Let's take a look at all the skills in Greedfall thanks to Eternity Raven, who already has the game and has been streaming and posting gameplay on his YouTube channel. They also just released a very cool launch trailer. We got some awesome screenshots from Justin, who got the game early, the trophies are out, and there's way more to discuss. So let's get into it. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. If you're not familiar, Greedfall is an upcoming action RPG that launches on September 10th, and it looks pretty promising thanks to the cool looking combat, the awesome loot you can find, and the interesting story about a newly found island that has some crazy monsters that we have to take out. But before you can explore this world, you have to pick a class: warrior, technical, or magic. And you actually see what the starting skills are that you then unlock if you pick that certain class. And this is just a head start, because even if you pick, let's say, warrior at the beginning, you can still unlock the ability to equip a ring, so you can also do magic attacks. And we actually see that in the footage from Eternity Raven, who captured all the skills in the game, and I put a link to his Twitch channel and also YouTube channel in the video description with more unedited Greedfall gameplay if you want to check it out. So he picked the magic class, and then you can immediately equip a one-handed heavy weapon, wear a ring, and also use status that freezes enemies in one place so they cannot move. But even if you want to use a firearm after picking this magic class, then you can still do it. You just need to spend 2 skill points to unlock it, while if you picked the technical class, you immediately had it unlocked. So yes, it's important to choose wisely, because this will also be your starting point, so you can work your way to other skills. So that's why it's handy to know all the skills in the game already, so you know what you want to unlock, so you know what other skills you first need to unlock to get there. One that sounds great, for example, is magic healing, in between the one-handed heavy weapons and the status skill. This namely gives you health back for 150 mana, and that is sick, especially since mana regenerates over time. So this should save you some health potions for sure. You can also enhance it with 1 extra skill point, so it also cleanses poison. We saw the developers use an antidote in the recent gameplay to cleanse poison from this mini boss, but seems like you can use this healing skill instead as well. And that's, by the way, the thing with these smaller dots in the skill menu. They enhance the big circles that you first have to unlock. Like another upgrade for this healing ability makes it more powerful, for example, or another small dot increases the damage for one-handed heavy weapons. So if you like a certain weapon or ability, then you can make it even stronger by spending more skill points. The final warrior ability is called Fury and increases your attack speed and combo speed for 15 seconds. But it seems to cost all the fury, so the yellow bar under your mana bar that is used for powerful attacks. Upgrading it can also give you health and armor back, and armor are the shields above your health bar that protect you from incoming attacks. So it's a pretty strong ability for sure. If throwing traps is more your thing, then you can unlock the ability to throw a bomb that hits all the enemies in a large area, so it's a great AoE skill. I think they showcase it here in this footage that they released, with the enemies like falling on the ground after the explosion. You can increase the radius and also add a poison effect to it if you want. So it's a pretty powerful skill. For magic, we got the storm that sends out a shock wave and causes status to all enemies, so then they are frozen in place. So it might be nice to do when you're like low health and want to make sure that you stay alive. You can upgrade this skill to make the enemies more vulnerable to magic, so you can follow up with some powerful attacks after using this skill. We got 2 abilities that are kind of similar: roll for the warrior and technical playstyles, so you can easily dodge away by hitting the dodge button for a second time, but the downside is that you cannot use this while using a ring, so when doing magic attacks. And now we got the lightning dash for that works the same as the roll, looks a little bit cooler though, but it's like focused on the magic, so you can only do it while wearing a ring. And interesting is that you can't really upgrade these skills, but instead find some more general improvements here, like the ability to faster attack with the regular shadow missiles, or after unlocking the roll, you find the skill to do more damage when hitting an enemy from behind. For magic, we also got Shadow Burst that seems to do a ton of magic damage and also attack all the enemies around the caster. You can increase the damage and the radius even further by spending skill points, and also add a slow effect. so the enemies are slowed after you do this skill. We also got File Throw that lets you throw alchemical preparations which explode on impact. And in the technical section we also have anointed weapons, so you make your weapons way stronger. In the warrior section, the other skills I did not touch on yet are about unlocking new weapon categories. You got one skill to be able to use two-handed long blades, but also in the other corner we got the two-handed heavy weapons. And we actually already saw one of those weapons in a recent trailer, the Great Assigned. You see the requirements here, including 4 strength that is needed to carry this weapon too. So I think we can both agree that you want to spend your skill points wisely to also be able to use some of the best weapons in the game. You get a new skill point every time you level up, but you can also find these altars in the world that will give you a skill point as well. Also good to note is that if you want to reset your skills, then it's possible. You need memory crystals for that though, as you see right here. Not sure how you can get them, but at least if you want to change, it is possible. I'm now totally curious what type of build you are going for. I will likely go for magic and then focus on some melee weapons, so that when I'm out of mana I can switch to this sword for example and do a ton of damage with that while the mana regenerates in the background. Again, let me know what your pick will be in the comments down below. Justin already found a copy of the game and has been playing too. I will link to his Twitter page in the description. He posted some awesome screenshots where the 17th century inspired setting of this game really shines. He says that he's really loving the game, by the way, 20 hours in, and the story is getting more interesting. Just fought a cool boss. Still loving the game was his latest tweet. I would always say wait for reviews, no need to pre-order games, but it's still nice to see positive first impressions, especially after playing the full game for 20 hours. I only played 45 minutes at Gamescom, was still very intrigued, but that's obviously just a small part of this large RPG. So let's hope that the reviews turn out well. The launch trailer at least does a great job of selling the game and painting this war between the natives of the island Tear Freddy and the other factions that come in to conquer it. I will leave a link to that launch trailer that you totally need to see in the description as well. It's really well done, awesome song as well. If you did pre-order the game though, then there will be a preload available, so you can already download it before it's out, likely 48 hours, something like that. It's only 12 gigs though on the PS4, so it's not that large, but yeah, then you can really play at midnight if you want. The trophies are also already available. I will link to them too in the description, but be of course warned for spoilers, because normally you have trophies that are hidden, but on this website they are just shown, so careful when you click on it. Some non-spoiler ones to give you an idea of what type of trophies, and I'm sure that the achievements will be the same, so what type of stuff you can expect. You, for example, unlock a trophy for unlocking all the skills in one's playstyle. So we got a trophy for warrior, for technical, and for magic. So if you want to get all those trophies, then you either have to reset your skills and then spend them in another playstyle, or play the game again, because while you can unlock all the skills, there's like no max level in this game. It will take a while before you do get all the skill points, while finishing the story will get you around the 40-50, so then you still need a ton of skill points to get other skills. There are also trophies and achievements for picking 20 locks, so then you need to have the lockpick talent, and you can also spend 1 talent point at the beginning, and then after that it unlocks after 4 levels. You also get a trophy for getting a legendary item, for crafting, for killing 300 humans, 600 monsters and hunting animals, and also a specific trophy for some of the mini bosses. And we actually already saw that in the gameplay that they released, where they killed this sort of swamp mini boss, and then you saw this achievement pop up, but it was still work in progress because this was a developer build. So apart from the great legendary loot, you also get trophies and achievements for taking out these bosses. So it's pretty straightforward, doesn't seem too hard. Again, link to the full trophy list in the description of this video, but spoiler warning. I will have more Greedfall videos here on the channel and actually want to do at least one stream as well. So keep it locked for that, so we can kind of discuss the game while I'm playing it. You can ask your questions and stuff like that. So subscribe if you haven't already for my review as well. Hope that it will turn out well, but we will have to wait and see. I will also do tips and tricks on the game to help you while playing if you decide to pick it up. like this video to support the channel, and also check out my previous Greedfall videos, for example, on the first footage of the arena that is present in the game, and just way more info and footage of the game in general. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.